This show is a circus, and I'm starting to feel like the ringleader. You're welcome. What is going on, Doom Patrollers? It is I, once again, time and time again, Caped Informer, the most informed, back for another episode breakdown of Doom Patrol, specifically Season 2, Episode 5, Finger Patrol. Not to point any fingers, but I did tell you this series would get super crazy after those first couple episodes, and in this one we definitely see it on the incline. So, per usual, we're going to start right at the beginning of the episode, where we enter with, surprisingly, not a flashback scene. The writers are finally starting to switch things up on us.
You naughty.
We actually enter this episode with a dream sequence. Cyborg specifically. He's on a date with his war criminal girlfriend, Roni. The fact that he's caught feelings for this crazy chick is clearly starting to get to him, and for good reason. He clearly still wants to, but she's all kinds of bad news. Been there, done that, bro. We switch gears thereafter to Niles and Jane having a heart-to-heart concerning her whole not being primary situation. He suggests that they map out a new underground and start to make her other personalities happier. This prompts Baby Doll to her forefront. Niles takes his opportunity to introduce her to Dorothy. I guess trying to kill two birds with one stone. They of course quickly become the most cutest yet infuriating set of characters on the show thus far. Niles, for whatever reason, feels like Dad of the Year now. He even goes on to double up on those brownie points with the team when he reveals to Cliff his plans to make him more human, by installing receptors to give him the sensation of touch. This, however, may or may not take a couple decades to complete, and Cliff isn't exactly sure if the Chief has that kind of time. Things become even more obnoxious with the Baby Doll and Dorothy duo as they play hide and seek. Things get a little too real when Baby Doll influences Dorothy to summon Manny, the giant wolf deer man creature. Baby Doll taunts him by grabbing his nose, which immediately offends Dorothy. Playtime over. Or is it? Back over Larry's side of town, we see him catching up with his son to help clean out the house of his deceased one. Rita actually accompanies him on this one, and things are seemingly not tense when he arrives. Seemingly. Cliff convinces Vic to approach his dad about those sensory upgrades for his body. He shoots the idea down and mocks Niles' methods. The two take a quick moment to bond during a stakeout mission, which really just ended up being Vic stalking his ex-fling Roni. Cliff actually proves that he still got a couple moves with the ladies by providing Vic with a surefire line that lands him back in the sack with Roni in record time. While Vic is taking care of business, Cliff takes the opportunity to go into daydream mode, providing us with what has got to be my favorite sequence on the show thus far.
You ready to get stuck, bitch?
Not tonight, motherfucker.
A 1980s buddy cop show parody intro. It was literal perfection and makes me really kinda sad that it's not an actual spin-off. Not yet. The fun sequence is ended when Cliff comes across some actual carjacking thieves, and still hyped up on his crime-fighting daydream, he accidentally slices off one of the assailant's fingers with a car door. Back at Larry's little family reunion, things turn from nice to not so nice when his son calls the Department of Defense due to some deep-rooted daddy issues I guess he never really dealt with. In the shuffle, Larry's grandson is regrettably hit with a ricochet bullet. Family reunion over. Larry and Rita take off via Negative Spirit Express. We finally come to the end of the episode, and man, what an ending it was. Baby Doll and Dorothy apparently play their final game of hide and seek when Baby Doll gets angry and locks Dorothy in a furnace. In an attempt to save her own life, she summons Manny, but Baby Doll ends up killing it. Candlemaker didn't like that. He really didn't like that. He prompts Dorothy to make a wish, something he actually has been doing since the first episode of this season. In a fit of rage and anguish, she finally does and blows out her candle. Candlemaker arises. Baby Doll tries to retreat back into the underground, but Candlemaker finds her there and lights her ass up. Fade to black. This has got to be my favorite episode so far this season, and I honestly can't wait to see where everything lands at the end. All of the characters seem to be on their own solo missions right now, which is cool and all, but I do kind of miss the team camaraderie feel of the first season. Hopefully we can get some of that back, but the Dorothy character is just full of surprises. It's like every episode we find out something new about her past or something new about her power. Anyways, you guys know the drill. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next episode breakdown for Season 2, Episode 6, Space Patrol. Bound to be one you don't want to miss. Peace!